It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years, and our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And the nightcap to a busy Sunday has begun. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Taking a deep shot here. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Looking for a target. And this is intercepted. And the Saints have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB in you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. From midfield now. And there's your man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, offense here, Kate. Right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, San Francisco. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Returning it from the 4. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he's tackled for a short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now, off play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Finds his man, Gray. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Throwing now from the gun. This one's caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints tie this game 7-7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a 49er 1st down. He's dropping back to throw. Hits his running back. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers break the tie here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's on the move. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So 2nd down coming up. Back now, pressure on its way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete out to the right side. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
The Saints calling for a timeout, their 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That big 4th down call is how we close out our 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 48. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds a man right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Rolling left, buying some time. He can run it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
From the 27. That one's complete right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on third and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on fourth down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you've got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely throwing it away.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Oh, they got it back. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And the Saints grab it at the 20. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, kind of rip their heart out too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints push their lead to 3. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That one is swatted away, incomplete, but there's a flag down in the secondary, and I think they're going to get somebody here for holding. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They'll take 6 on the play. Now they'll face 2nd and 14. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The 49ers with a lot of ground between where they are now and where they need to go. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Tight end in motion left. Here's 2nd and 14. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
From midfield on 2nd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the 49ers first down.
He'll throw it yet again. He lets a heater go deep, brought in inside the 20. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to...
And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take the lead just before halftime. Extra point attempt coming up. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He beams one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. First and 10 from the 41. Lone back gets the handoff. Down the sideline inside the 30. And they finally get to him at the 15. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This 32 yards out on the right hash. In his 11th year, still knocking him through. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
One thing you learn about NFL halftimes, Kate, is they're a lot quicker than the college game. You got to make your adjustments in a hurry, and boy, has this defense. Back-to-back sacks, setting up what could be a very quick 3-and-out, and an early boost in the second half.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. Back to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. They connect on the deep shot. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take the lead right away in half number 2. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
So the Saints offense staying on the field. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. Getting out to his left. And he reaches the end zone. So they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And this one doesn't go far. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Brought in right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to push forward and get them to the 34. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Setting up a throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step up. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Throwing off the play fake here. Launches one deep downfield. It's a New Orleans touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints double their lead to 14. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 from the 41. Now looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. To throw here on first down. Hauled in left side. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Motion man sent left. From the 26 on 2nd down. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
2nd and 10 now. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, New Orleans. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From midfield now. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. He'll throw it. He's got a man left. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. That's the end of... Second and 3 now. Throwing it again here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Saints take over as he records his 10th career INT.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Throwing it to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Now, after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Handoff now from the gun. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 and the 31. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They've got first down from the 31. Back to throw. Flush down now to his left. Pressure comes. He's taken down. The 49ers got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
Completes this one to Gray. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Pass play on 1st and 10. Hauled in by Gray. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Connects with his receiver. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints have likely locked up the win right there. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Back to pass on 1st and 10. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. That one's complete, right side.
Complete to number 88.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Pass play coming here. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. He's going to throw this one. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Working quickly here. To throw it on 1st down. Forced out to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He throws a bullet to the set. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Saints will get it back with some time to work with. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Wow, they're going to pass it here. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives a defense and a defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 3rd and short.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Throwing now on 1st down. Looking right, and he finds him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Chased out to his right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are...
Oh, brother, it's another interception! And the 49ers, they're going to have it! And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And that one's going to move the chains. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First and 10 from the 41. They are throwing it again. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
One final shot here. Try and push it deep downfield. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close.